This is their opportunity to really prove it. Denied the chance at Iceland, where everyone would have been able to see
just how good they might have been. Pistol round underway. PRX got to be playing with a bit of confidence here. The dash engaged already on the top of 410. Forsaken. Bit of space being taken. Off to the side though, and off with your head, Ardis. What a shot. Right round it. The wall's already up, so they are going to be getting into this post-plant situation, but already FPX not wasting any time. The wall broken down bit by bit. Shots rattled off. Benkai.
So they finally broke the other piece of it, but their players are falling as well.
They're all wall up though. Shao just trying to stick it halfway. You cannot be kidding me, man! Off of it in the end, push it forwards, the vulnerability applied. And PRX, they return back into the fray, around on the board, and it's the pistol.
That started to trickle out a little bit on Bind.
They're a team that really do relish the opportunity to play with that limited pressure. Just come here, have a bit of fun, you know. Gold, make champions, maybe take it a bit further, but here on the global stage is the opportunity to try and grasp it.
Great engagement from Forsaken, taking so much space. And Jing is right there as well. Getting run down by Shao. But that's easily traded by the rest of the team.
Look at this, swapping around a weaponry. Forsaken's actually giving it all up. Still doesn't matter, does it?
And Sugetsu gets 2 deaths on the board far quicker than previously on Bar.
Yeah. On top of his own walls, but it's the
got
bonus round for PRX.
Little mid to B setup. A set play perhaps coming out on the bonus here.
Board over the top. No play's been revealed. In fact, the Cloudburst just cutting off that angle, and Zipan, what a shot!
Using the information that was given to him by Angel in mid, pre-aiming that position from Forsaken perfectly.
But it's an instant pivot, isn't it? PRX don't want to waste any time here with the wall being straight up. Shao, of course, you're taking that fight to spray down. Not going to get the second, but the damage is definitely starting to get done.
What an awesome punish by Shao to be able to get one back off.
Spike's not even down as well, Josh.
Defy moves forwards, get caught by Sugetsu.
How do you regain position here? That's a good start with Shiphtur falling, but the double up again. Bulldog, what a play being made, but now shut down, still denied. The buy round of FPX, it goes their way. Already you're seeing those adjustments by FPX. Playing hard and fast to try and deny that post plan from even getting set up. Aggressive approach once more. Haunt onto the top there. It's going to get pre-fired, so no information really going to be gained.
Jing is going to be loving to search for these early kills, but it actually feels to me like Ardis is going to be the player under pressure. You see where Forsaken is, the tip of the spear for PRX. And Ardis, he's getting caught. Expecting the jiggle, and Defy is there.
Great opener.
And that spreads the defensive side thinner over towards B. Zipan's still got a nade to be able to work with. Try and deny the plan, buy some time for rotates to come through.
Prowler's just going to go to the left side of the yellow box with the wall up. Plan trying to get denied there, yet the fragment, that's good.
What an awesome play.
Yeah, pushes
the
them away.
Underhand throw from the fragment grenade, making sure that it can
side.
still tack onto Jing.
They do eventually get that plant down though, and still Devi holding down this long sight angle. Operator, and mid is being watched. Shao, what a kill to find.
Look at this swing as well. Oh, Angel, I thought he was going to go for it.
Flash punch! Tries to make the play, but the res online once more going to hold it though. Positioning known. Half on the defuse. Shao wins out that fight, but can't claim the second. PRX shrugging off.
So that puts FPX onto an eco. It's got to be the first eco that they've played in the series.
Feels like it, yeah.
I mean,
I'm not keeping track, but one would assume, you know?
Yeah, they just demolished.
Over the top. Yeah, that's going to be a horn pushing back that rendezvous, so has to respect it with the TP.
But there's everybody here from FPX. They're willing to over-rotate with only pistols in their hands.
Yeah.
See if they can gamble on it being an A hit.
Stacking the side. There was a moment though, Angel having to re-clear and watch mid just in case. Player lurks their way in. Positioning gain, that sees, and it's latched onto him. Look at that off to the side, they know it. Now with the positioning there, Shao tries to wiggle around with the movement, the play being made. Oh, shots though, Ardis still headhunter. This guy is a dangerous element. Rattling it off, one after the other. Not gonna be rewarded.
Forsaken's extremely weak as well.
Really dangerous.
Updrafting, trying to escape.
No way does he survive this. Snakebite bringing him down to 7 HP. Now the knife across the side. The plan still not going down. But now finally they can get into it. But positioning is still there. FPX over the top. Zipan into nest. Only has the Sheriff got a reload against the wall now. And he knows roughly where the players are. Divide off to the back. But Forsaken, a great swing to try and shut down any sort of that nasty business they were getting up to.
Place and finding a map where it works.
Here.
Forsaken looking like he wants to monitor some kind of aggressive push. No, he's going to go for the double updraft play with his knives.
Play Storm in hand, seeing if he can catch anybody. Just peeking ahead over Boiler. No bites. And the adjustment here, you can see Artist now got his tour de force in hand. No longer playing towards B-men. That information, that jump peek gets risky.
There's barely a shred of Jing's head showcased though. He's just managing to find good information about where Artist is positioned. There are so many different angles that Artist can play, but he's got to stay within a rough area that he can rendezvous from.
The way that they're playing this, Artist is denied. The Prowler latches on, it gives Jing the sight line, and the confidence is there. One step further, all the way into the back of A. 3 kills in the round.
He's still going!
Oh, this guy wants to claim the ace. Right into it, man. Seen it all the time as well. An Artist shut down once more. The fight being taken instantaneously. A dash forwards and his PRX looking to capitalize. They want to take space off of this.
Good shot by Xiao.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, Forsaken is just so far forwards. They are incredibly confident taking these swings, but that does mean there's only 2 players now on site.
Still could get dicey.
And the risks!
Still could get dicey.
The risks that they've taken may come back to bite them here. Sugetsu with a Vandal.
Yep, picked it up, acquired it, a bit of an upgrade for him.
And not just that, the ultimate's here.
Yeah, Nightfall for a Nightfall, traded out across the board to swings again. But it is the post-plant setup. Mindfreak has it ready and waiting. The Orb Angel solo, and that will do the job. It got incredibly close. Speaks elements, I think, to the
sides here. They're getting overwhelmed. And what was working so fantastically for FPX on their attack side bind, this ability to punish the aggression, just hasn't been coming through.
I mean, Forsaken's instantly updrafted and dashed forward to try and punish this Viper's Pit. It's almost like they were ready for it. And look, forced off the high ground, Sugetsu has to hold close. The Prowler reveals his positioning. They know he's not up top anymore.
And that's huge info. Do they clear Xiao as well? Not quite.
Oh, slight timing, the spam with the Vandal. It reveals him and Forsaken wants to try and take the fight anyway.
Down A.
Moves through off the ropes, a bit of noise being made as well as you step into that slow orb.
That's Benkai having to recover the spike and finds a kill to respond as well and bring us back into a 3v3. These are normally the moments that Benkai calls for some kind of mid-round. Mindfreak has a position at bottom tube. And they choose not to get detected by the 0 point. Can Mindfreak find an opening here in the map? The defense spreads so thin.
That was his cue, I think, as well. A lot of the big information gathering tools of FPX. The Haunt and the knife was used a couple of seconds prior. And Mindfreak could get some serious value.
How does the timing work here? Can he find a way past Zipan?
30 seconds
On the stairs, not necessarily favored, and Zipan. Bit of a reset there, the aim, he finds it in the end. Crosshair placement's good as Angel hears him on the top of the ropes. But now he's trapped off to the side, up to Divide. 1v3 and no time to really make anything of it.
A good response exactly when needed for FPX. Artist says, yeah, I have, don't worry. So now Artist with the operator, moving himself over to green.
We've seen this in prior matches.
That's where Forsaken has been updrafted to, and you can see that FPX are already thinking about it, looking to try and pre-fire it. But Forsaken's one step ahead, covering it with a cloud burst.
Counterplay upon counterplay. The adjustments that each team is making. Obviously the dash was enabled, has to spend it. Moves to the side, and the wall is forced out early. Burst down. Not going to be stopping him. In fact, Xiao's ended up offloading a boatload of utility. Orb and a snakebite just to try and prevent too much from happening with the rendezvous though. Back to safety, but the Viper's Pit is down. PRX want to be fighting over this one. 2 for nail, but the positioning. Sugetsu reveals it.
I got the spike.
The Tracer's just showing exactly where he might be, and Device doing all sorts of work.
PRX are going to have to be cautious here, but they have such a player advantage. Trying to bait out a little bit more counterplayers Forsaken there with the tap.
Where do they plant this one? Zipan off to the side!
Where did that come from?
3 kills!
What a play!
Can't reset it enough though. Benkai finally shuts this guy down. A menace. An absolute defining factor potentially in this round. And finally, a Nightfall to push the players back. No sound cues online. Hardest. You're only taking this one, but Mindfreak so close underneath. Time running so low. Could come down to absolutely anything, but with the Horn revealing it. Down, dropping to the side. Now the 1v1. Xiao's been so good against Benkai, but the shot is found.
Finally able to deny into the position next to Generator. They're never afraid of anything else.
Just Xiao spamming to push them away, but now again, an aggressive play into mid. PRX showing some different shades, I think, towards their Icebox gameplay. Walking up. They can hear that trademark, but his aggression once more being played. Ardis, risk being taken, backs away into his rendezvous, and Zipan with the re-clear, but the trade online, and so is the resurrect. The advantage just turned around.
Cloudburst trying to get them out safely, and Xiao is still there, holding a different angle. Surely Angel doesn't get that as well. It's back to a 3v3 with guns, I think, available to collect.
Gives him the
resurrect, able to come up. 1 each in the round, and that gives FPX the player advantage.
Walking into this one, and they should know the noise being made that this is leaning towards the A site now. The plant, no players within the vicinity to try and disrupt this one. But it is that player advantage. FPX are working with it. Not the best weapons for the job, but 2 rifles still might be good enough for them. A flash to try and clear through, making sure nobody's holding. The post-plant positioning will be incredibly difficult to deal with.
They need to break this wall. Zipan's running through, trying to make himself the bait here. But he's just run out of the null command. Drops permanently, and Jing with the 3rd.
What an angle to find, and a TP back away. Divine to the 1v1 to get to. A slow, patient approach. And it nets him the kill, it nets him the round.
And that is a thrifty. FPX barely brought anything into that round.
Buying time for Sugetsu to get here.
And none of their players experienced at an International Masters before.
No,
but you wouldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it.
Been denied too many times in the past, but this fight that could be taking place. The jump peak. Drops down, what a flick! Devi finds it. But did he expect this one still? Crossfire, War gonna be blocking this one, Zipan. One's gonna be revealing it, Jing already taking so much space on top of his own wall, moves around to the side. And this is the aggressive plays that he's known for.
You cannot predict Jing. And look, they're not even allowing the players to get close for the retake. Applying so much pressure before Sugetsu's even a fraction.
Oh my goodness.
And just playing with it. Playing with it! PRX have gone from getting crushed on bind to playing with their food on Icebox.
Relaying on the stage here, and it's in the grand finals.
It can't be easy, but he makes it look it.
Get out of my way.
Another eco. These are the rounds where FPX has been looking exceptionally dangerous.
Playstorm whiffing, still aware though of the aggressive play by Ardis. He pushed across the ropes. No sound cues being made, but
Angel's going for an ult here.
it's diligence, yeah, off to the side.
This looks like they want to be set up for a fast retake off the spike plant noise. Here it comes.
Plant coming through, that's gonna be the Nightfall, scatters them all the way back. The rendezvous though, and now still in those post-plant positions. Jing can't hear anything. Prowler, the entire kitchen sink just being thrown at him into this corner, but can he hold it down? Can he lock it down? Weaponry still not ideal, but it is the final round for them. Sugetsu comes through, rifle is good enough. Jing rewarded with that resurrect, a clean finish to the first half.
On Chamber, when FPX played against Optic here, dominating Yay. On this side of the map, in fact, able to have so much impact on the attack. And to me, I think PRX just took him out of the game completely. Barely allowed him to play.
Yeah, one of the heavy hitters of the entire tournament, honestly. Ardis has been powering his team through many a moment, but this pistol round, it is a very slow beginning. As expected, FPX is how they like to play on their attack sides.
Slow, cautious, spread default. But that also means that there's going to be 1v1 opportunities happening here. And Ardis is taking his headhunter over towards the jet and the chamber. Took a shot though, has to back, get the heal.
Yeah, returns it. That was a Prowler being used in mid as well, so doesn't latch on to anybody. PRX are pretty certain, I think, that nobody's going to be lurking just yet.
But FPX are gearing up for an exec here. Looking like they want to hit A. Benkai's already read it, gets back into position, ready to throw his haunt.
Where are you?
It's about disrupting this one as it comes through now. The haunt onto the back. That is going to be Mindfreak revealed. Barely gets away with his life, and a haunt for a haunt, but Ardis through the wall. Benkai's found. What is that? Just ridiculous scenes. Jing with one instantly traded, still coming through and right into the snake bite. The trap laid down. Mindfreak, he's got all the utility to cut off any sort of attempt of space, and time running so low now for them. A jump peek round the corner, Ardis gets it. Mindfreak though, still that nuisance. Down to the 1v1. Spike will go down, Angel whips it around, Forsaken!
He's good for it. Taking the defuse as well and sending PRX into double digits.
Round you can get. Lineup on point here. You're going to see this Viper Orb looking to try and deny some space, probably at the back on rafters. Quite close as well. It's not going to be latching, I don't think, onto too many targets, but maybe information's gained. With the Viper walls up, no time wasted. It's pace and aggression, that's the name of the game. Ardis, great kill to find onto Jing. This guy has been so dominant over the course of this map.
Poison's on. Spike planted.
Taking him out is a major win condition. Mindfreak's going to come around up the top. They know roughly where Zipan is, and he still finds one. Goes 1-for-1 up at the back, and now Shao repositions.
This reposition so smart, and the flank just being watched down. Forsaken shut down. Can't make it happen. Benkai was aware though. The rendezvous, the shot's whiffing.
That's the escape artist we know and love. He's in, he's out.
And just like that, FPX come back into it, clawing their way into the map. A little bit as well, but the money situation looking a bit better now for FPX. Really eco taken by PRX, of course, and as you can see, some dodgy plays being made. That is the show's okay. Shorty play with the haunt. Shut down, I believe that was a Prowler in his face, but Jing still close here, ready and waiting. Is it going to be any sort of clear? It's there.
FPX are so diligent with these things. We saw it in the game against Optic as well. They just check every position.
The power of this team, always holding the crossfires, always knowing which angles they should be watching to help their teammates get into those spots. The same similar default on the defense side that we just saw with the Horn over the top.
But it is some aggression over towards A. Jing and Forsaken holding this area pretty aggressively, gives them the idea that there's no one really here.
Taking belt. We've seen this before when they played in the regional games, not at this tournament, of course. First time that they're playing Icebox, still a fight being taken place. The shot rattled off. Damage was done prior. And the Benkai, PRX, they're ripping them to shreds.
Awesome position that Benkai's holding up there on the top.
One
Able to
enemy
throw
remaining.
out all of his information. Play a high-low setup over with Divide. It's all left in the hands of Shao, who only had a Guardian to work with.
What a squeeze, man. What a squeeze.
Again from PRX. This is the setup they had before, with Jing flooding forwards into the top, taking the rope. He's slightly slow on it this time, but they're still going to get that duo set up. And they buy time for them to get into position with Mindfreak's Snakebite lineup.
Surely this is known, but look at how the players are playing this one. Yes, ready and waiting behind the ramp. Anticipating and expecting the aggression. Shao and Sugetsu, they answer back in kind.
Shades of Bind for sure. We were just talking about how difficult it is to hold such a safe passive default on this map. But FPX manage it immediately afterwards. Patel. But even in the rounds where they don't want to go for aggression, he's had his Viper's Pit online for a while now. He's just choosing not to use it. It's more aggression, actually. Mid of Forsaken again.
Yeah. This time with an operator in the hand of Forsaken, and he's pushed up onto that mid angle. Look at where the spike is around the side here.
And this wall,
Watched on top of the wall, reset!
a headshot,
Damage
in
is
fact,
done, yeah.
but barely any damage.
Jing dropped down, you can't be kidding me, man!
How is Zipan getting 2 out of that? Jumping onto a box.
That had to have just been threaded, right between the legs, surely.
You will not.
That had to
kill
have been
my
it.
ally.
And the Resurrect, of course, it's online. Kill Prior not even going to be mattering now, turning it into that 5v3. Risks need to be taken.
And Mindfreak looking to be the one going for it.
Again, FPX are so diligent. The utility to try and clear them through. Viper's Pit is a bit of a response here from Mindfreak.
In a 3v5.
Also using
And
the
he's
shut
dead.
it down. He's dead, just getting spammed through. Slow to the back, Haunt on top of it. Benkai, a monstrous task ahead of him to try and push back the onslaught. Surrounded on almost every single side.
30 seconds left.
It doesn't particularly look doable.
No.
But they have the funds to be able to commit to this and still buy for the next round. So Benkai and Divine might try and make this just a little expensive. Zipan is having none of it. He is not having any of it today.
A triple push over the rafters, a reflank through mid. Benkai can just hit footsteps all around him. There's nowhere to watch. Who can blame him?
And Zipan gets 4 in the round. X are now starting to snowball ultimates as well. They've been very diligent in these anti-eco rounds.
Weird as this. Hold on.
Oh, he misses the jump.
No strangers to these kind of plays being happening as well. That was a snake bite and a seize happening over towards the A side just to punish the orb being grabbed and Divide. It's going to be that first casualty. My ball dropped off, a fast approach, no time wasted. Now Horns, he reveals the positioning perfectly. Spam around the side, but still, the kills. Flooding in one after the other, Forsaken. He's right in their faces, the Blade Storm, not giving him any options. Somehow, it's come down to the 1v1. In a blink of an eye. Forsaken, a bit of a read, the crosshair placement is there for the wider swing, but he dashes back, and now he knows it, but still, the noise being cut down over the top Sykkuno. Does he know about this repositioning?
Yeah, of course he does.
But a thrifty win puts them on that map point.
Let's play.
Again, you're starting to see that aggression in play. This time, though, the Horn over the top, spam through the wall. Jing pushed up, didn't even expect this one, right round the side.
Face your fear.
Nightfall pushing him back, and they're taking the fight right up close into them. Prowler going to be denying the vision, but still, Jing right off to the side, and the team is helping him all the way pushed up. They want to end it right here, right now.
Devi's on the ropes.
This is
here.
just absurd.
He's over the top of them. He's on top of Angel's head.
Ships in the night.
Teleport's ready.
Dodges back, but surely he's going to open himself up to an angle here. No, eventually backing away with the rendezvous. And
He's just distracted.
The distraction
Spike
from the back,
down
Mind
A.
Freak. What an opening, what a timing to catch. And it's down to Angel.
I have the spike.
Angel with it all to do. Mind Freak and Divide to fight. The crowd to fight as well. 86 health, though he does have the spike.
Time is
Silently moves his way over.
30 seconds, Josh.
30 seconds left.
He might be allowed a free plant here, Bran. He's just walking backwards, though! Into the sideline of Divide. And that puts PRX back level in the series. Socks, shoes, get him back on.
Got a game.